Hi, my name is Damz, and today I'm playing Infection Free Zone, and I'm going to try and survive a zombie apocalypse on my street. Now, if you couldn't tell by the accent, I am British. I am from the United Kingdom. I'm actually from a city based literally, as you can see, in the center of the country. I couldn't be any more Midlands if I tried. I'm from the city where Robin Hood is most famous, and that, of course, is Nottingham. So here we are then, zoomed into Nottingham city center. Now, that is the most amazing thing about this game, the biggest zombie survival game that literally exists right now. You can build a base and defend against hordes of zombies literally anywhere, even on your very own street, which is what we're doing here today. Here we are then in the post-apocalyptic abandoned world now in Nottingham, where I am from. And this is super weird. I'm seeing so many places I recognize. There are a couple of pubs slash bars here, clubs if you want, that I've spent many nights in. Here, or maybe this one I do believe, is a place called Rock City. If you are from the UK, you might have gone to many gigs there. I've gone to so many gigs there and had so many drunken nights there. It's so weird seeing it in a game. You have one of my favorite shops. I'm a big ramen noodles lover. The amount of times I've got noodles from Oriental Mark, I can't even count at this point. And around the corner from my favorite Oriental Mart, you do have this, which actually in real life is a cinema called the Corner House, even though it doesn't look very big, but there's a lot of bars around here, of course. And if we go all the way over to the right, then you have the massive indoor shopping center that is Victoria Center, which is going to be great for looting resources. Now, in terms of where I want to build my headquarters then to start off this game, I think as it is my favorite place in the world, Rock City, my favorite club, my favorite place to go and watch live music, let's make it our headquarters for this run. Are you sure you want to select this building as your headquarters? Confirm.
To all survivors, the infection is in decline. Seek theirs and rebuild.
Who is this?
Who's there?
To all, the infection is in decline. Seek others and rebuild.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
This, the infection is in decline. Seek others and rebuild.
It doesn't look like we're going to be able to get through to this person, so let's just switch the channel.
Chief, this is the same transmission we received before, but the signal is even weaker. Our walkie-talkies are not powerful enough for long-range communication. We have to build a large antenna. A local library or university would be a good place.
Well, there are a few universities in Nottingham, not too far away actually. So that shouldn't be a problem at all. There is one right next door actually, so amazing. Now, of course, if you are new to this game, this is a real-time strategy zombie survival game where essentially you can do whatever you want in means of surviving. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is press the V button. And essentially, this is now going to toggle all these different icons on top of all these different buildings. Some are question marks as we don't know what they are. But some of them we do know what we are. So we're next to a shop slash a restaurant. As I said, there is actually another bar next to Rock City called Rescue Rooms. Potentially, we could find some food or drink in here. We also have a university over in this direction as well. So this is going to be ideal for finding those technical books that is going to start us on being able to make some form of communication device. And as you can see as well down here, we have a couple of different medical facilities that are going to be absolutely amazing to loot early on so we can get some medical supplies and also some parking lots as well. So maybe we can find some fuel if we manage to find a vehicle. I'm assuming in a massive city like this, we're going to have to find some abandoned cars that we can use to loot all these buildings. Now, first thing we're going to do then is select this squad over here. And ideally, we have 23 food already, but I think we should go and scavenge some more food right off the bat. Now, of course, the bigger the building, the longer it's going to take to loot. And obviously, the more squads you put into the building, the quicker the time speeds up. We'll put this one squad in this building. Let's try and secure this area for the time being, make it a little bit more defensible. And then hopefully we can expand and build. Another thing we're definitely going to need to do straight away is gather some resources. So if I highlight all this area here, we should be able to pick up some trees. And hopefully we can get some workers out. And as you can see, they're coming out here and they're going to chop down those trees, gather some wood so we can make some more fortified buildings. Now, another thing we are definitely going to need to do straight away is build some form of living quarters for our people as shelter. So we're going to have to select one of these buildings for all of our citizens, I guess, to live in. Now, if we go over to here, as you can see, this is an absolutely huge grocery store. It's going to cost 349 wood to be able to turn this into a shelter. And that is just way too big for at the moment. We also have one here that can hold up to 152 people, and we obviously only have 40 people at the moment, so that is way too excessive. One amazing thing about this game is if you hold left click, you can actually choose how much of the building you want to convert into said building. So obviously we only need a living quarters for 40 people right now, so let's make this, I don't know, we can go maybe to 60 people. I can get it on the money. There we go. And that's only going to cost us 80 wood to build. So let's convert quarter of this building so we have some shelter for our people to live in.
Back to your shelters.
Now it is getting to night time. As you can see, it is nearly 6 p.m. Well, evening more than night time, but that is a signal for all of our workers to head back home because, yeah, the night time isn't the most friendly of places to be out in the open. Now, one thing that is going to make this challenge super difficult is we are in a super populated area, as you can tell by being in a city center. So in terms of the amount infected we're going to have to deal with, it's going to be a lot. As you can see, some are already coming out of the woodwork right now.
Receiving.
What I'm actually going to do with this squad for the time being is turn off fire at will. Because if we do fire at will and the zombies know where we are, then yeah, it could be a bit of a problem. It looks like the zombies may have got our scent, but they're not actually attacking us right now. Obviously, our people have spotted them, but as soon as we open fire, that is going to draw a lot of unwanted attention. I've decided to turn off fire at will. I don't like this zombie horde hanging around near our base. It's freaking me out a little bit. We're slowly but surely defeating them. No one's got injured yet. Easy fight. But of course, opening fire like that potentially could draw more in, so we're going to have to keep a lookout. Now, this squad did manage to scavenge 4 different bits of food, and there's 5 remaining in this building. So as we've got a little bit of an opening right now, let's send them back to the headquarters and drop off all the supplies they have. It is definitely risky walking around in the streets open at night, but it does look like we're in the clear for the time being. What I'm going to do as well, I'm going to send them back. Pick up those remaining bits of food. Spotted another horde. Doesn't look like they have spotted us. Maybe they have. Maybe they have spotted us. I shouldn't have said anything. How many are there? So if you click on the zombies themselves, then it actually says an estimated number. It looks like potentially there is 9 zombies there. Managed to pick up the other 4 cans of food. Obviously, we have 1 more remaining. Wait to see what this horde decides to do with itself. One thing you can do, which is amazing, you can zoom all the way out and get a really good tactical view here to see all of your surroundings and all the buildings that you're near to. I'm really hesitant to bring these guys back out with this horde lurking. Now, I think we should be fine. They're kind of wandering off in that direction. So let's drop off the rest of the food supplies back into our headquarters.
Running out of resources.
Now we're getting to 5 a.m. The zombies are going to run and hide and go back into their little hiding holes. Very much a I Am Legend kind of structure here with the zombies. They hate the daytime, but they love the nighttime. One thing we should definitely get running straight away is go and continue this mission. Get some technical books on this library here.
Sir, the people have reported hearing a lot of noises coming from underground. They're afraid that it could be infected moving through the sewers and tunnels.
Oh god.
We need to bolster our defenses and be ready to attack from within, too.
Yeah, let's prepare.
We'll be ready.
No, I definitely agree with that sentiment. 100%. I do not want zombies popping out the woodworks out of nowhere. We've got no way to defend ourselves. So one thing we should definitely do then, we click down here and go to buildings. We can actually build different towers. Now we can build a metal tower. We can also build a wooden tower as well. But what I ideally want to prioritize, we do have 39 wood. And we're slowly but surely building this shelter for our team to sleep in. So we'll build this first, get this up and running so our people have somewhere to sleep and they're comfortable, so their mood doesn't get negative. It already has a -17 penalty as they don't have their own shelter. Get them somewhere safe to live, and then we can concentrate on defenses. One thing we can do to kind of speed up looting as well, it's definitely a good idea to create a second squad, and they also all have weapons, which is amazing. I feel like we should start slowly but surely clearing out all these buildings around us so we get a good lay of the land, find all the resources, then hopefully secure it. Now, as you can see as well, we have now crossed off one of our missions to send a squad to find technical books. This squad has already found some technical books, which is amazing, and we need to bring them back to the HQ, and we'll do that once they've kind of found maybe some more in this building. Now, one really cool feature as well is if you want to create better lines of sight, or you just want to get a lot of materials, you can actually deconstruct buildings. Obviously, bigger the building, the longer it's going to take to deconstruct. But if we were to deconstruct this building here, we'd get 57 wood, 68 steel, and 102 bricks, which is absolutely insane. But of course, as this is quite a large building, it would take quite a lot of man resources and a lot of time. We're so close to finishing off this shelter for our people. I don't know if we're going to have enough wood. As you can see, a lot of the workers are kind of dragging the wood out of the HQ right now. Let's see how much this goes up. We have 17 builders attached to it, so it should go up for quite a little bit. 76 out of 81 wood then. We're so close yet so far. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this finished by the end of night time. It doesn't look like it, unfortunately. But this squad managed to loot this building clean, and we managed to find 3 cans of food and a crate of ammo, which is going to be absolutely huge.
Stop working. Start winding
Now
down.
everyone is going back home. We are really close to building this shelter now. I do worry about this team. I feel like we should bring them back to the headquarters as well, just in case. They have 3 scientific materials now. That's so much to research with. That is going to give us a really good boost early on. And the good thing about it, we haven't actually finished looting this building fully, so we could hopefully get some more as well.
We need a workspace where we can experiment and re-engineer all the pre-pandemic technology. We could store all the books there too. Let's build a research center and assign the most technical minds there.
Amazing idea.
Okay, let's do this.
So now we have those documents, we can actually build a research center. And what you can do as well, there is a technology tree. So if you click on here, you can learn different buildings and way to make things. So if you wanted to make a medical bay so we can actually heal our citizens, a communication center to create a basic antenna, which is actually the mission at the moment, a chemistry station, a way to produce weapons, a way to produce tools, and also a way to produce farming as well. But we do actually have 3 points, so we're gonna have to think about what we're gonna do with those carefully.
Another one incoming.
Now our squad has spotted a horde. If we zoom out a little bit, you can see they're coming from this south direction here. We have another horde here over to that right hand side, potentially the same ones that were there from before.
Infected incoming.
I reckon our boys are gonna quickly open fire as soon as these get close to the building.
They're trying to get inside.
And as you can see, they're actually trying to climb up the building. But we did manage to deal with them, which is nice. I'm gonna send another squad quickly. Hopefully they can beat the zombies into this building here, so we get both ways.
Hostiles inbound.
And maybe to flank zombies as well.
We're under attack.
A couple of these guys have taken a bit of damage, but they're still in good stead. Hopefully they can deal with these ones, and they do just about. Okay. And also this squad has decided to loot this building, which I'm not opposed to, but please keep an eye out for the hordes of zombies that are roaming around. Now we are getting through the night here. It's 2:30 already. There is a horde of zombies just kind of chilling down here. I don't know what their intentions are. They may not even know where we are. I suppose that is one of the benefits of living in a highly populated area in terms of buildings, is in terms of the zombies line of sight. They find it difficult to find us as well, but also there's going to be basically double the amount of them if you was to build outside in the countryside somewhere. It looks like it is getting to daytime. That horde has decided to retreat back inside somewhere. And it looks like we survived another night. Nice. Now, one thing that definitely should be finally sorted out today is this shelter, and our people have finished it. Perfect. And now we have somewhere for everyone to live, which is amazing. And as you can see, that debuff that was currently on the mood of our citizens has gone. And now their working efficiency is plus 20%, which is great. Now, one thing I think we should definitely prioritize next is defense. So I'm going to build a wooden tower. Now, of course, we're going to need a good line of sight. All of our buildings that need protecting, of course, are in this general facility here. So I'm going to put a wooden tower. For the time being, I'm going to put it here. So it's going to be protecting all 3 of these buildings if the zombies decide to attack them. I'm slowly but surely clearing out all these buildings. Once I've managed to clear them out for all the resources, then I can decide what I'm actually going to do with them. Either destroy them for further resources or maybe turn them into buildings that we can use. Now, as you can see as well, our wooden tower is built. If I click on the pistols, then over here, it looks like the 2 people that are going to be guarding this tower do actually have handguns. You can choose exactly what weapon you want. You want them to start with a bow and arrow. Obviously, it doesn't cost anything, but you can find different weapons in this game, as you can see, and use them in the towers. Now, it is getting to nighttime once again. I am a little bit cautious in terms of getting our people back. But amazingly, I have just checked over at the weather forecast, and what that full moon means, for some reason, it means the zombies do not come out tonight. They really don't like any form of light, do they? But a full moon means one thing and one thing only. We can stay out and scavenge as much as possible. Fortunately, it doesn't mean the guys can still get out and work. I suppose they do need some rest, but we are under no threat whatsoever. What I might do, to be honest, is actually make a 3rd squad just for tonight. And as you can see, we're low on weapons at the moment, so they're only carrying machetes, unfortunately. But what I can do, just to utilize some spare time, is loot some of these 3 buildings. Now, I'm just checking on squad number 1 over in this building. They are finding some unbelievable things here. They've already found 1 pistol, but they've also found a 2nd pistol. So if we was to make another squad going forward, or using this squad, then we could equip them with pistols, which is great. Now, what I'm also thinking in terms of a long-term base, this big-ass car park that is there in real life as well, I've parked in it many times, is kind of in the way of this little circle here that we can use all this open space. Even though it's a very big building, I might get the workers to tear it down. And ideally, if we was to tear it down, it would take a very long time, but look how many resources we would get from it. That is crazy. So as you can see, before we do tear this down, it actually has 2 bags of fuel here, plus an additional 7. We're going to have so much fuel if we manage to find a moving vehicle. But of course, it is day 4. Really untroubled night, which was really helpful. Managed to get some good scavenging done. This team is going back and forth, looting all the resources, dropping them off to the base. Now, like I say, this may not be very wise, but if we was to say deconstruct building, yeah, this is going to take a very long time. I'm going to assign all the 3 builders to it. It's going to be a very long project. We may have to pause it on occasions to kind of prioritize other stuff, but once we get rid of this, we're going to have so much open space and so many resources.
Building clear. Building clear. Chief, we found some medical supplies. They'll definitely come in handy. Now we'll be able to give first aid to the wounded. But if we want to heal people more efficiently, we'll need to build a med bay.
Oh, definitely. That's amazing, though. We managed to find 2 med kits in there.
Med bay sounds like a good idea. We'll think of that.
And like I say, if you do want to be able to build a med bay, you need research, and we're going to have to unlock it there. But we should be fine for the time being. There was actually 17 food in this building as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send all 3 squads for the time being to loot this building, get all these resources back to us. Now, one thing we're definitely going to have to think about very shortly, especially with acquiring all this loot and eventually getting all these resources from this building, is making a warehouse. So essentially, instead of just storing things in our HQ, which we do have a capacity of 372, but it is filling up very quickly, we can also make a warehouse that allows us to additionally store things. One thing we could definitely do is make some storage in this building. Now, of course, once again, it is an absolutely huge building. We don't necessarily have to use all of it. So we could actually just do a little snippet of this building. It's only going to cost us 12 wood, but it gives us a storage capacity of 412. And one thing I think we definitely don't need right now is 3 squads. So I am going to disband this 3rd squad and continue to loot this building with the other 2 squads that we got available.
There are some infected around here.
Now we have spotted a horde straight away, and it looks like some of our citizens are still out and about for some reason. But hopefully this tower can deal with them.
The infected are pillaging a building.
Hopefully this tower should be fine. Now these 2 are back in the headquarters, they should be able to assist. I don't know if this is a mistake, but I'm going to try and get this squad into this building to protect it as well. Okay, looks like we just about made it, but now we can shoot them from 3 different angles, which is huge.
Another one incoming. Hostiles inbound.
Oh my god. This is going to be tough. This is going to be very tough. We've got a horde of 5, horde of 8, horde of 9, horde of 9.
They're breaking into our building.
Now, of course, this building isn't actually fortified yet, so these have managed to just walk straight through the front door. But this group has managed to deal with them. As it looks like we've managed to deal with all of them. There's like 20 plus zombies there. Now, it is 3 AM, not too much longer of the night. There was a hell of a lot of zombies there, but it looks like the guys managed to deal with it. We've got quite a nice little defensive setup here. But the amazing thing about this game, especially if you build in a city center, if you're ever worried about running out of loot, as you can see, there's so many buildings that you can loot and find insane supplies. This game, like I say, is literally the biggest survival game I've ever seen. But it is 5 AM. It looks like we managed to hold out pretty well. But there is one zombie horde coming. Surprised they're coming this late in the day. It looks like they've had second ideas. I'm not surprised. You're going to burn alive. But they have decided to get some shelter in this building. I'm not having that. We know they're in there. I think we need to pursue them and try and finish them off before it gets to nighttime. Now the guys are going to go in there. They're probably going to get hurt, unfortunately.
This house is infected.
Yeah, we know it's infected. How many are in there? There's actually quite a lot of zombies in there. Should be able to deal with them though. Yeah, we've actually lost a bit of HP to Kimberly and also to Francis. It looks like we're fine for the time being.
Operator, this is big. In one of the houses, we killed 2 extremely fierce infected. Once they were down, we noticed that there was a child in there.
Oh my god,
living,
what?
Infected child. Must have been no older than 3. It ran on all 4s like an animal and jumped into the sewers before we could get it.
That's disgusting.
For the love of God, if they can multiply. I don't even wanna
Multiply.
think what's gonna happen.
Zombie. Okay, we have to find this.
Try to find that kid. Keep it alive.
Now, the whole reason everyone is up and out of the surface after living in bunkers for so many years was because the zombie population is slowly but surely dying out. But if they can reproduce, 1, ew, that's disgusting. But 2, oh god, not good. Well, anyway, let's get this squad picking up those last medical supplies. We're going to need them, I think, especially for this squad. It took quite a battering in that last fight. Now, as you can see, we've got so many resources. From what I've played of this game so far, chopping down trees, etc. definitely is a way of getting resources, but it seems so much more valuable just to destroy huge buildings. Even if it does take a lot of time and a lot of manpower, the amount of resources you get back from it eventually, it's just so worth it.
Building repurposed.
Nice, so we've managed to build our warehouse, and as you can see, all of our things have been sent over to there now. We have 784 space to be able to stockpile things, both in the headquarters, of course, and also now in the warehouse, which is huge.
Waiting orders. Going there. Reporting. Going there.
Now let's separate the team up again. Already being bombarded by zombies by the looks of it. A 15 zombie horde. And as you can see, once again, they're trying to scale the building. And unfortunately, this building slash this tower doesn't have line of sight. So very smart play from the zombies, only having to deal with one of us right now.
There are some infected around here.
Now, I've actually sped up the time here, and the night's flying by, and we've not had any trouble whatsoever. Been really lucky tonight, apart from that one initial horde, but I'm not going to complain. We are pretty good right now, so then we should continue looting the area around us,
Roger.
see what we can find. But obviously, we do actually have a mission that I've been kind of ignoring, to build a research center. Now, in terms of where I want to build a research center, this building looks as good as any. It's not too big, so it hopefully shouldn't take too long. If we go down into other then, click research center, we can actually have a maximum of 24 scientists. It's going to cost a lot to be able to turn this into a research center, but long term, definitely could be useful.
Chief, we've just found a shitload of supplies.
Oh, hell yeah.
Some prepper must have lived here. They piled up enough to survive the apocalypse. God bless these preppers.
That is absolutely huge. Look how many resources are in that building.
That's great news. Take it all.
So what we've actually found there is someone who was kind of ready for this zombie apocalypse and hoarded a lot of supplies away in this very building. Yeah, that is insane. Food, farming equipment, fuel, ammo, guns, and an assault rifle for the first time. We can actually upgrade one of our people's weapons. But yeah, as I was saying before I got interrupted, happy to be interrupted at that point, but let's make this a research center so we can finally build a basic antenna and get some better communications online. Now, we are actually slowly running out of space. We have found so many resources in this building. I'm actually going to have to increase the size of this warehouse to maybe... I mean, we might as well just push it up to 1,000, right? Why not? Now, like I say, this bunker is loaded full of supplies. The first thing we're going to have to do tomorrow is get both squads on that building, looting it as much as possible. Hopefully, we can finish up the warehouse as well so we don't run out of space because, yeah, we're nearly there already. Our first horde of the night. Once again, being very tricksy and finding their way out of the line of sight of all the other buildings apart from this one, but should be fine. Now, this is not good news at all, because what they're going to do now, the zombies, realizing this is going to be a research center, so they're going to definitely attack this building. But hopefully they can funnel into this middle area.
They're trying to get inside.
And we can kind of just destroy them from 3 different ways. We can always build a third squad if we need to. We do have spare weapons now if we need a little bit more extra firepower. We'll see how this fight goes, but it's definitely something we could do in an emergency. Well, that fight actually went a lot better than expected. I was quite worried there, but they kind of fell for the trap of going into this choke point here. Now, it is nearly 5 AM once again, and after that massive scare, looks like we may just about be fine.
Waiting orders.
I'm happy to kind of throw the boys back out there, and the girls, to go and loot this fallout bunker, basically, and get all those resources back to the base. Now, another amazing thing, our warehouse has been built up. Now, we actually have 1.3k storage space. When you actually consider it, it's still actually not a lot with how many resources we're going to get, but we can slowly but surely fill this whole building up full of our many things we're finding along this journey. Now, as you can see as well, we are very close to deconstructing this whole building. It is basically just a pile of rubbish now. We have so much more space to be able to build things going forward, and such a better line of sight. Apparently they didn't want to finish gathering the last bit of raw materials there before they went to bed, but I can excuse them for this one last evening. But as you can see, because of that, we have so many resources, 886 construction pieces in our inventory right now. Oh my god.
Chief, did you hear that?
I did indeed.
There must be hundreds of them. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh no. Get ready.
Okay. Get ready to defend the zone.
Yeah, that sound isn't good. That means a hell of a lot of zombies are on their way. So let's get ready for some action. Honestly, what I'm going to do, just to be safe, create another squad, throw them into this building. And of course, one of them does actually have that assault rifle we managed to find in this building. So that is going to be huge. But now we have line of sight of this whole area here, this area here, and this area here. And of course, this tower covers all 3 buildings. So
Another one incoming.
yeah, hopefully we can survive the night. Now, I was just zooming out to see potential hordes. And as you can see, there is a lot coming. But I've also spotted a vehicle, which we're definitely going to have to get in the next couple of days, because that is going to be huge for us. But never mind that. We might not even make it through the night. But we have a horde of a lot of zombies coming. And I have a feeling that might not be the end. So fingers crossed.
The door won't hold much longer.
We have some coming from the east side as well.
Another one incoming.
The infected are pillaging a building.
I might have to get the guys with the assault rifles to get in here. There we go. That's going to be a lot easier. Doesn't look like they're going to be funneling into here. So let's get plenty of line of sight in here. And as you can see, because one actually has an assault rifle as well, they can see a lot further than the guys with the pistols to be able to shoot. So that is super useful. Now it is 4 a.m. and I'm not going to lie. This has been a lot more easier than I actually anticipated. There is a horde of 19 coming right now. I'm tempted to kind of put the guys with the machine guns out in the open just to bait them a little bit. Now go back inside. Nice. But that could definitely be a play going forward to try and bait them into this little bit we've got here with all the different angles to shoot on them from. But it is 5:30 in the morning and I think we managed to do it.
Boss, it's been a rough night. Something must have made the infected extremely bloodthirsty. If more and more come, our chances of survival will be really low.
We will prevail. I have faith.
We'll get over this. We have to. We're all that's left of humanity.
I feel like we dealt with that pretty well, to be completely honest. But we don't actually need 3 squads out for now. But that was definitely a safety precaution. So let's disband this squad for the time being. Might as well keep the one that has the assault rifle because, yeah, that came in clutch. And as you can see, finally, we have managed to destroy the car part. And we have so many resources. So let's get building. Let's finish off this research center first and foremost. And also, I feel like we should repair our warehouse because if that gets destroyed, we are screwed.
The place is adapted.
Amazing. So we now have a research center. We can actually assign a few people to work in there. And we can actually build some things finally. So let's pause it for a second then. And if we go into the research, we actually have 7 available. Now the mission, of course, is to get the basic antenna, which is going to allow us to transmit over longer distances. So let's start researching. Now, of course, the zombies do have another building to attack. So I'm going to throw this squad into this building. But it does leave us a bit vulnerable here. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, create that 3rd squad once again. Throw them in there. And then at least we've got this whole area covered now. Now we have a couple of different hordes. One coming from the north side. These guys should be able to deal with them.
Waiting orders.
Our building is under attack. Our building.
They are trying to get through the windows once again, but absolutely dealt with. Another horde is trying to creep its way through here. What I'm trying to think of long term in terms of building more defenses Then we definitely can put a few more watchtowers around this area. Maybe eventually build a wall around this little squad of houses we have here.
Large group of the infected incoming.
Oh god, swarm incoming. Okay, we're gonna have to keep an eye out for that. I feel like we should be okay. Oh god, maybe not. 15 and 14. Okay, feel like we should be okay. I was expecting a lot more than that from a horde. I suppose in real life, if you saw 15 zombies walking at you, you would actually be terrified, to be fair.
Infected incoming. Inbound.
Okay, we managed to deal with them pretty easily. And it is getting to morning, so I'm surprised these guys are still walking around. Yeah, it looks like they've potentially going to go back into hiding, as it is going to be daylight very shortly. It is 7 a.m, so I think we're safe. Amazing. Okay. Once again, let's disband this squad. We don't need 3 squads out in the day. Definitely not. Hopefully we can get this antenna researched. And, hold on a second. Why are there zombies out in the day? This is not good.
They're breaking into our building.
This is really not good. I thought we were safe. Maybe these are special kind of zombies that clearly can hack the daytime. So I've just checked the weather, and it is a warning. A huge storm causes the infected to walk the day. Because the skies are a lot dimmer, the weather is poor. Oh no, this is not good at all.
Receiving. There are some infected around here.
We actually have nice storm noises as well, to be fair.
Sir, we found something interesting near the lair that we just cleared. A CCTV camera. Still operational. Solar powered. Could someone still be watching this place? There are some infected around here.
Say hello.
Say hello and wave. We could make new friends.
I don't like the sound of that though, people watching us. But yeah, so in terms of actually production today and any form of looting or building, it is an absolute write-off. The zombies are walking in the daylight.
Hostiles inbound. Infected around here.
We absolutely have a huge amount of zombies coming. I think it's time to create another squad, just to be safe.
Our building is under attack.
Oh, there are so many here. Our headquarters is getting absolutely destroyed. We do have 2 groups in here though. We have plenty of ammo crates as well, so we should definitely not run out of bullets anytime soon.
Spotted.
The infected are pillaging a building.
I'm gonna try and send some support for these boys over here. It doesn't look like they unfortunately can actually get shots off on them. So hopefully they can kind of hold out.
Another one incoming.
Now, of course, we have got to the night, and nothing is going to change the night. We're just going to be fighting zombies for 24 hours straight. So, yeah, this day's been tough. Having this person with the assault rifle in this building has been absolutely clutch. I'm glad we made that decision, and glad we managed to find it in this little bunker in this house here. Okay, it is 4 a.m. This has been absolutely so stressful. Fighting zombies for 24 hours straight, giving us no break after coming out in the daytime.
Reporting.
I'm very tempted to throw this squad away once again, but we will definitely wait until morning. There is no point in not having them here for now. Okay, it is 6 a.m.
Operator.
Let's disband this squad, get them back to work. Actually looks like it is snowing, and everyone is getting back to work, which is absolutely amazing. Now, after a super stressful 24 hours having to defend our base, I think this is a perfect place to end this video. If you've enjoyed this one, smash the like button and subscribe to stay up to date with all the content. I'm definitely going to be covering this game further. It's absolutely amazing. Get in the comments down below as well. Let me know if you want to see a series on this. And also let me know if you plan on trying this game out. I think it's absolutely amazing so far. But once again, I appreciate you as always, and I'll catch you in the next one.